I'm Donna.
And I'm Bruce, and this is Lyrical Wisdom.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Lyrical Wisdom, where we dive into song lyrics and offer heart-based wisdom through our interpretations. If you enjoy what you're hearing, don't forget you can catch every episode of Lyrical Wisdom on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and more.
You can also find us on YouTube. Just search Lyrical Wisdom Show. Do you have a song you'd like to hear us shed some light on? You can email us requests, questions, comments to lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Or leave a comment on a YouTube video. We'd really love to hear from you. And all requests get an episode and a shout out.
So join us every Tuesday and Friday as we dig deep and deliver our wisdom. And thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing to Lyrical Wisdom. Hello, Bruce.
Hey there, Donna. How are you today?
Wow, I have to admit, today has been a really, truly awesome day for me.
Hooray.
Yeah, it really has. And yes, I can call it a day in paradise.
Yay. Yeah, me too.
I truly can call it a day in paradise. How about you?
I'm living another day in paradise, that's for sure. Having a great day. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a beautiful time. And you were telling me earlier about something with the full moon coming up.
Yes. Not sure when this particular lyrical wisdom will be public. However, we are recording on the night before the Scorpio full moon, which, as you know, it's May 1st here in Georgia. And I did something today, Bruce. And I had scheduled it without even realizing what perfect timing it was.
Wow.
Because I think we all know that full moons are all about releasing and letting go and preparing for the new moon in which we can plant our seeds. Right?
Yeah.
And this particular Scorpio full moon is, from what I understand and what I've been hearing, is slated to be very powerful.
Very cool.
Right. So for many of us to be able to really, 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 whatever it is that we truly need to let go of, that deepest, darkest secret that we keep stuffing down and don't want the world to know, or something that you keep putting off.
Yeah.
It's coming. That's what Scorpio does. It brings it to the light.
Sounds like it shakes the tree.
Yeah. It's like, otherwise you're going to get stung.
Oh.
By the scorpion stinger, It's like, it's now or never time.
Yeah.
And I really, really love that. So guess what I did today, Bruce?
What did you do today?
I went to a beautiful little place here in Georgia called Sanctuary.
Wow.
And I floated in a float pod.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And it is such a beautiful thing to do. Not only does it help release all the impurities within the physical body because you're floating in the magnesium sulfate, it also, because you're laying there without even having any senses, because as you know, it was created back, I believe, in the 50s.
Yeah.
And back then they called it sensory deprivation.
Yes.
And then they realized people don't like being deprived of anything. And it wasn't catching on. So now they just call it floating,
That's amazing. I've heard of that.
Because it's completely dark. the room is heated to the body's temperature so you do not get cold. The
Wow.
water is heated to the body's temperature. And I'm pretty sure it's a fact. We don't have our checker with us today. But I believe that the astronauts use this technology for learning how to be in space
I wouldn't
because
doubt it.
that is the feeling you get when you're floating in a float tank because it's like being in space. The
That's
water
amazing.
you cannot sink.
Yeah,
It's only like 10 or 12 inches of water, but because of the highly infused magnesium, it keeps you floating and
wow.
you just can just let go.
That's amazing.
Literally let go. And you can have lights nowadays if you want to like work on a specific chakra.
Wow.
And you can also have music. They have plugins now where you can plug in your own iPod if you want and listen to
Wow.
music while you're floating. But I like doing it the old fashioned way. A dark room, no sound. Can't really hear anything because your ears are underwater
Hmm.
and you just let go. It's like you're just floating in space.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've heard of this, and I've heard of this in chambers where the actual chamber is it's got to be magnesium, and it's dark, and it's intended to be exactly as you described it, to be completely depriv deprivation, you know,
Yes. Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
you're totally deprived of senses in certain ways. And I've heard that it's an amazing experience.
Oh,
I
it
love that.
truly is. And I believe coming out of it, you can see so much clearer.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You get to let go of that brain fog and that, smog and who knows, even dark clouds that were hanging over your head.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
get to let go of everything and
yeah.
clarity comes in.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that is a very fun way of segueing into the song that we're doing because I love
Yes,
how
it
you did
is.
that.
Yeah, yeah, I think
Because
so.
I think that we can all see clearly now, that's for sure.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. And hey, the full moon tomorrow, it's going to help you see clearly
that's for
too.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
no joke there.
So,
But
how about it, Bruce? Shall we? Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you,
we
guys.
should. Yeah, thank you
Welcome to
guys.
Lyrical Wisdom. We have a beautiful song for you today in light
Excuse me.
of the full moon.
Yeah,
Here we go.
this song is I Can See Clearly Now, written by Johnny Nash. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's going to be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Look all around. There's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead. Nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Oh, what a bright, 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 sunshiny day.
That is so beautiful. And I am so happy we're doing this because of just knowing what life is offering us.
Yeah,
This is going to be so beautiful. I
I
I'm excited. I
I
love
am
it.
too. I am
Yeah.
too. I really enjoyed reading that song because I've heard it so many times. I'm excited to be able to say that, now I understand who the artist was. It was recorded by an American singer-songwriter, Johnny Nash. He apparently recorded this in London.
Wow.
But yeah, with members of the Fabulous Five Inc. and
Hmm.
produced it himself. Yeah. But yeah, he was heavily influenced by Bob Marley. And so that's, I think, one of the reasons, not one of the reasons, but I think it is a, potential reason why it's so enjoyable because, I don't know, this song just is so amazing to me. It's the kind of song that I feel like you ride like a wave.
Ooh, yes. Yes, I see that. Yes, for sure. I do see that. And I love it because it kind of takes you back. Well, for me and
Yeah,
possibly for you and possibly for some of you out there listening, we would love to know if you remember this song and where were you? How does this song make you feel?
yeah.
1972 is when this song came out. And yeah, 70s. That was a really, really interesting decade, I
It
believe.
definitely was. And it was a time where, well, a lot of good things were happening. I can I can attest to that. But
Yes.
I
And there were some hard times too, because I do
yeah.
remember like having I was going to say the word stand, but you're sitting in your car waiting in line for gas,
Yeah. Well,
the
yeah.
gas lines, and
Yeah.
there's a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are different. If we look back now on when this song was written, um, we didn't have internet, cell phones. We didn't have that.
Hmm.
We didn't have electric cars. I mean, we probably could have, but we didn't have them at that time. So there's a ton of things that have changed since then until now, and it's really only about 55 years ago. So it's interesting to think about that because I think about that like the people that lived through the invention of the automobile and what they must have been thinking is all of these things were changing like that through the invention of the airplane. But
Yeah.
this song, I think, is an incredible way of saying some of these things that we're kind of talking about in a little way, but more about, I think, I really do feel like this song is a bit of an awakening and an
Hmm.
enlightenment.
Yes, I agree. Well, I mean, the first line, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Yeah.
It's the simplicity of those words to me are just so beautiful in that they really don't need anything else. I can
Oh,
see
no, yeah.
clearly now. What does
Yeah.
that mean? Well, it means I can see clearly. There's
Yeah.
there's, you know, There's no smoke, there's no haze, there's no dirt on the window, so to speak.
Yeah. All
It's
I, I can,
completely clear.
it's completely clear. And the way that I have always felt whenever I have heard these lyrics is exactly what I think we're kind of feeling, in the sense that the vision opens up to see more than what there really is. And then I say that in respect to what we're all kind of feeling, I feel like, in that collective way, that we don't just see things that we have created in our universe, but we actually see even more. And
Yeah.
I feel that, and I feel like that is really what this is trying to say, not just that, let's be, positive. Hooray, positive. Let's have this feeling of it's going to be a bright, 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 sunny day. I think it goes farther than that in a very subtle way.
Oh, yeah, we'll find out, won't we, Bruce? When we
Yes.
dive in a little more with these lyrics. But the rain is gone. And that, you know, it makes you wonder and it makes you ponder how long has it been raining? You
Yeah.
know, that's
Yeah.
that's another beautiful thing about this is it makes you, you know, think how long has it been raining in order to see clearly now?
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
me, when I think about that, I can really visualize just like this veil of almost like
A
when
fog.
it's raining, it like distorts everything.
It gives it
That's
a
the word I was looking for.
absolutely. Well, it makes things look, I almost think of it like you're looking through glass that has water running over it, because you are. Most of us
Mhm.
are, that's why we have windshield wipers and all the things. But you do get that sense of having a distorted vision of reality. And I also like to think of it as like the fog. The
Mhm.
the you were talking about coming out of the float and sensing that you could see more clearly. I love the way that you were talking about that, because, excuse me, I think you had mentioned it like that you kind of felt like you could definitely see the world in a different way. And that's the part that I think is so critical of this song. Like the feeling I get when we just went through these lyrics, I feel like it is really just giving us all a gift of music, beautiful singing, and
Yeah.
just hey, you too can see this, because you're right. Like, how long was it raining? How long was the fog there? How long did we experience this kind of
Not
moment
being
of a,
able to see.
exactly, whatever that means, whatever that
Right,
moment is.
right.
And so, yeah, because it could be like a feeling like somebody is, you know, I'm going to say that maybe they're doing shadow work, and that has to be really dedicated. You have to really commit yourself sometimes. And so, release. I can see clearly now,
Yeah.
that rain is gone. And I really do think it's a wonderful way of alluding to that. Plus, it could be like having that wonderful shower where in a way the rain is the cleanser. And
Mm.
now we can see clearly, because it's been a beautiful rain, a beautiful, beautiful rain. And we have it showering us, and oh, there it goes. It's done now.
It's washed everything
Everything
away.
away. Yeah, yeah. And so,
Yes.
and I like that feeling, because I think of that with different things I like to do to remind myself that there are beautiful things in this world, and I like to feel like the beautiful energy from the sun and sky and universe is showering me down over my body. And so I think that that could be a way of looking at it too, because I
Yeah.
love that. I love
Yeah.
both of them.
And
I
I
love
love
everything.
yeah. I'm sorry. I love the fact that you used the word shadow work because when you think of rain, yes, sometimes it does rain while the sun is shining.
Yeah.
However, oftentimes there are gray skies.
Yeah. Yeah.
and the light isn't really there. It's like this, not, you can call it darkness, but it's just not bright and clear.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
this hazy, really gray. Everything looks almost black and white, when you
Yes.
think
Yeah.
about it that way. And I
No,
can
yeah.
see clearly now is like putting everything in what do you call it? High technicolor.
Yeah, like high
Or
def.
yeah,
Yeah, high
yeah.
definition. And I couldn't
Right.
agree with you more because like it's it's kind of funny because this is I guess a shout out to all the lovely beings that are in the Northwest where I was born and raised in the Seattle area, how much we understand a gray day because many people don't maybe necessarily know, but I do from growing up there that there were a lot of gray days. And what you described is kind of how it can feel and it can make you kind of look at the world as a little subdued and maybe a little black and white, just like you said. And that's why there's a song that sings the bluest skies you'll ever see are in Seattle. And it's because, well, once those clouds clear and it's not a gray day, boy, howdy, does that blue sky just blow your mind with beauty. And it is true. The summers there are amazing, but I digress. It is just kind of funny how that kind of gray can make you feel like your day is different. And you have to find that light, just like you said, because
Hmm.
when that light is there, but then there's that grayness around it, I know for a fact that I never felt like I was sad. I, f- I remember enjoying life, and I know that it is just a little bit of a veil there, you know, and it's
Hmm.
just a little bit of a, I want to call it like a tease. It's like nature's way of saying, ha ha ha, we're going to give you that beautiful blue sky one of these days. And it's like that beautiful knowing that you know it's going to come. And so it never really affected me the way it can affect others. But I do admit that I think exactly like what we're talking about here. Those things can feel like obstacles.
Yes, which
And
is
that
what they say.
exactly.
Yes.
That's the beautiful thing about this song is it doesn't just say I can see clearly now the rain is gone, but it's also saying, all obstacles I can see all obstacles in my way because now my vision is fully turned on and I can see everything that I have put there. I can see
Hmm.
it all now.
I can see
And
all
all
the bumps in the road.
exactly all the things that I consider my obstacles that I've put there because this is the world and universe I'm creating, that is all like right in front of me. Now I can see it. Because whatever that grayness, whatever that fog was, whatever that kind of veil, or you had said it in such a perfect way when you were talking about kind of the fog in your brain.
Hmm.
And I can't remember how you put it, Donna. So I'm sorry to
Oh,
try
that's
to
okay.
go there, but I just that's the way I feel like this is kind of like letting us know, hey, it's there for you.
Yeah,
Let it
gone are the
yeah.
dark clouds that had me blind.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
That is the key to what we're saying, I believe, is that,
Yeah.
when you begin to see the obstacles in your way, they don't, they're not as big. They're
Yeah.
not it's like, oh, you mean that little, pebble on the road that I almost stepped on? That had you stepped on it, it would have been like, it's really, really interesting the way that these lyrics were written because they have such beautiful meaning behind them. I do believe that.
Yeah.
Gone.
No,
I mean, it's
yeah.
not like, well, maybe they're going to come back right now. I can see clearly now. No, it's saying gone are the dark clouds that had me blind.
Yes.
And that, we all, I know, experience a time in our life where sometimes we just refuse to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a
because
yeah.
it hurts too much, because it doesn't feel good,
Yes.
because we we don't want to go there,
Yes.
because we're afraid.
Yes.
And that is what's so beautiful, I think, about this, because it's also, yes, it's also literal in that, if you're blind, you really can't see where you're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you know if you're on the right road? How do you know if you're in the right place? So that's I love that they used the word blind in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, because the blindness, it could be the obstacle,
Yeah.
and now gone are those dark clouds, gone is that obstacle, gone is that blindness. And I love how you said that because it's true. The way that this song carries itself, when he says gone, it's gone. It's
Yeah.
not there anymore.
Yeah. So
So,
what
yeah.
happens when that's gone, Bruce?
Oh
It's going to
my.
be a bright, 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 sunshiny day.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day. And I love the way they said sun shiny.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
just say it's going to be a beautiful day or
Oh
a
yeah.
bright day. It's going to be a sun shiny day.
Yeah.
And the word sun is for me so powerful because the it has so much meaning behind it that I'm not sure everybody understands
Yeah.
how important, how powerful our sun is. It sustains all life on
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
planet.
Yeah.
It does. If we didn't have the sun, we'd all be gone. Everything would be
Yeah.
gone. It would
Yeah. There
just be a
would
frozen ball in the cosmos, right?
Yeah, well, and to engage my own kind of humorous imagination, I think maybe we would have evolved into a different being. But I agree with you. The sun is life,
It
the
is.
sunlight that is provided to us, and it also gives us different references because apparently a light year is the distance from the sun to the earth.
Yeah.
And I know that's a long distance, don't get me wrong, but it also should shed light onto, ha ha ha, for the pun, but it should shed light onto the idea of, we really have a kind of limited understanding of all of those things in the universe. But one of my favorite things about what we're talking about is solar plexus.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It
We
makes me
all
giggle.
have a little sunshine within us.
Yes, thank
And
you.
it's
Yes,
it's
yes,
our
yes.
power center.
Yeah.
It's, the solar plexus chakra. And it is definitely all about that energy of the sun within our physical being.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Don't
and
don't stop. Keep going
yeah.
because this is beautiful. No,
Well,
this is
you said
beautiful.
the sun is light, and that
Yeah.
is the key, because what is light? Light is such a big word too. I mean,
It
you have to have light to see,
yes.
unless you are one of those animals that can see in the dark.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
animals that can see in the dark, and we can actually put on night vision glasses and see in the dark.
Oh yeah.
However, as just a regular human being, we have to have light
We do.
to
We
see.
do. We are limited
And
like that.
yes, so this bright, sun shiny day is coming on.
It
And
is.
guess what it makes you do, Bruce? It makes you think you can make it. It makes the
Yeah.
pain go away.
Yes.
All of the bad feelings have disappeared.
And
Here is the rainbow I've been praying for.
yes.
It's
Yes.
so beautiful. I
It
think I
really
can
is.
make it now.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pain is gone.
Yeah.
All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. And for me, it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical rainbow. I
No.
think what Johnny Nash is saying here, and I love his name. It's like Johnny Cash.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But we're
Yeah.
talking about Johnny Nash.
Nash. Yeah. Yeah.
But the rainbow, we all know what the symbol of the rainbow is
Yes.
because in the Bible, God put a rainbow out to say, all is well.
Yeah.
All is well. The rain has ended. It's going to be blue skies from now on.
It's going to be a
So,
bright, 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 sunshiny day.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
kind of funny how the way we interpret the biblical story is being given to us here in this song,
yeah, yeah,
you know. And I love that, because it really kind of makes you feel like you can have so much confidence. That's another part of the song, because they go on to say it's going to be a bright, 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 four significant times,
yes,
sunshiny day. And I love that because it's written in for the lead singer, Johnny Nash, and then his backup singers with the parentheses. And I love
Oh,
that
I
because
know. They
it
echo the bright, bright, bright. They
yeah,
echo.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
love that because it
yeah,
kind of like reinforces the brightness for me.
yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
really,
I
it really,
think
it really
also,
does.
Bruce, it gives hope
Yes,
and
that's
faith
yes, that's
I think I can make it now. The pain
yeah,
is gone. All of
yeah,
the bad feelings have disappeared. You
yeah,
can just feel that hope and that
yes,
that faith coming in
yeah, yeah,
behind that rainbow, which
absolutely,
is a promise of making it. It
yeah,
is faith and hope in all the colors that
yeah.
we are too. That
And that's
rainbow is all of our chakras.
it.
I love
Yes,
that.
that's yeah. That was thank you because that's exactly where my mind was going, and I love that.
Yeah.
We tend to sync up on these things. I also like how talking about the rainbow because sometimes when the rainbow comes out and shows itself, you can look all around. There's nothing but blue skies. So I
Yeah.
really feel like that is a an intentional mention in there in the lyrics as they move on. You know, after we talk about here's the rainbow I've been praying for, and we're gonna have bright, 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 sunshiny days, and boom, look all around. There's nothing but blue skies. It's like, oh yeah.
The
Once
ones you were
again,
speaking of, right?
yes, yes, you know,
That's in blue, just that color blue. We know how calming and peaceful it is.
yes, yeah,
Not only that, but I'm realizing now that blue is also the color of the throat chakra,
yes,
which
yeah,
is all about speaking your truth,
yes,
being able to see and talk about those obstacles that you can, you know, that you found and be able to speak and let them go. And the throat is chakra is also about the intuition, which helps with the faith and the trust to know that, hey, I've got this. You've got
yes,
this. Look
yeah.
all
It's
around. There's nothing but blue
yeah.
skies.
I love that way that you just put that because it always kind of brings or evokes the idea to me that the throat chakra can help people, like stimulating it can help people find their voice.
Yeah.
And in all of those ways that you just mentioned in that beautiful way. And so yeah, this is really fun to tie this in like that because I do feel that. I do feel like it is following that line. And I love that line because it's one of my favorite from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet. But I know that I see that in this line coming up. It says, look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. And I feel like we've been talking about the bright, bright, sunshiny day. here we are talking about the solar plexus and the blue, blue skies that, looking straight ahead. But that look straight ahead, I feel like is a little subtle way of saying straight up that line from that solar plexus to that throat chakra and all along that goodness, that median.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I do too, Bruce. That's beautiful.
Thank you. It just,
And for me, I also I see a big arrow,
yes,
pointing
yeah,
the way. Look
yeah,
straight ahead. Look straight. And for me,
yeah,
straight means focused. It
yes, yes,
means direct. It
yes,
means, all those things that are going to get you there to that blue sky.
yeah.
It's like look straight ahead. Just stay on the path. Keep going. You've got this.
You've got it.
It's
Yeah,
once again that reinforcement for me of
yes,
the trust in that
yeah,
all is well and blue skies are all around because it
yes. I
says
I agree.
nothing but
I
blue
really,
skies.
yeah, I really feel that, and it starts again. Like it almost like has a moment where it just kind of refreshes, and we start back with I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. And I love this because you had just said the word reinforcement because I really do love that in this song. And I love the fact that it says it again. And something just occurred to me that when you can see an obstacle, because then it says I can see all my obstacles, all the obstacles are all obstacles in my way. And I suddenly took notice on this round of going through that again that that means kind of even more when you can see the obstacles because, you know, that way you can sidestep them. You can give them a little hello as you walk by, you know, give them a pat on the back or
Mhm.
toss their hair a little bit with your fingers, just be like, hey, cool, check you later.
Yeah,
And,
you can
and
avoid them.
yes. And,
Hmm.
and be able to, kind of like we were saying, see clearly, avoid that, appreciate, but be able to just kind of go, hey, see you later. Maybe not this time, you know?
And you
And
know what the
so,
most beautiful thing is I just noticed on the second round, like you? I noticed that it says all obstacles,
yes,
not just one or two or some or a few. It says I can see all obstacles. That means their whole path in front of them is clear
yes,
now.
yeah,
They
yeah.
they they know it. They can see every single obstacle.
Every single thing. And it's funny because right after you said that, I never like thought about it until you mentioned that. And when you listen to the song, there is definitely a focus on that word all.
Yes, there is.
As they sing it, it's very pointed. And so I love that because yeah, because gone, again, that powerful word gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, you
Yeah.
know? And once again, I think once again, because I say that thinking about other shows we've worked on together, other podcasts we've done together, and how we will mention, just like we did today, there there is a way that I can personally feel like I see gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. The blind being able to see is another, not necessarily overt biblical reference, but I feel like it is still there because
Mm,
that's a part of this song that I do feel like could be an inspiration, maybe a motivation for some of us out there. If that's what you identify with, I could see that. I could definitely see how in this song there's a little bit of the blind being able to see as a kind of reference to the biblical
yeah.
story,
Yeah.
and I love that because it is really a beautiful thing, because it is going to be a bright, 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 sunshiny day.
Yes, it is. And he repeats it
Yeah.
again just to reinforce it,
Oh, yeah.
to let us know it's going to be a bright, 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 sunshiny
Sunshiny
day.
day. Yeah.
Then he doesn't necessarily say it's, he just says gonna be.
Yeah.
In other words, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, there's something about when you say it's going to be,
Yeah.
there's still for me that it's going to be.
Yeah.
In other
Expect
words, it's not
expectation.
here yet, or
Yeah.
but he says gonna be
Yeah.
without
It's
without doubt. It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be.
I
Well, I
feel like
mean, it
that.
says gonna be. No, it's.
Yeah, yeah. No, I feel like I know kind of where you're going with this, and I agree because I feel like when you try but not try, you know, when you're
Mhm.
doing something that you know you're capable of doing, but you just go with that flow and you just do it. You know, those beautiful moments like that that feel so clear. The rain is gone. It's going to be that bright sunshiny day, and you know it is not just because you know it is. It's like an I am statement. I am, you know, it is going to be, gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Yeah.
And
And
then Bruce, he sends it home. He nails it.
yeah,
Because while you were talking, I'm like, yeah, look at the progression.
yeah,
It, he starts off by saying it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day, gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Oh, what a bright, sunshiny day. And
yeah,
that is just so beautiful. It's exactly what you just said,
yeah,
where there is no doubt. It's, I've made it here.
yep,
Oh, what a
yeah.
bright, 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 sunshiny day.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's the one of the things that I love about that is that it really kind of opens up the time traveling ability.
Mm,
Listening to the song, we get to time travel with the singer and enjoy, oh, what a bright, 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 sunshiny day that they're having.
yeah.
Because right in that moment, that's what they're living. And
Wow.
by singing it and listening to it in the recording, it's like preserved forever. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's
So,
beautiful, Bruce. Yeah, that was beautiful. And I hope each and every one of you understand what just happened because in that moment, it is right here, right now,
yeah.
a bright, sunshiny day.
Oh, what a bright, sunshiny day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How cool.
Wow.
Oh, that was so
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
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 Thank you, Bruce. I really loved doing this song and
Thank you.
I know that we both love each and every one of you, and we love having you here with us now on this bright,
Yes.
sunshiny day.
Yes. Yeah.
And please don't forget to reach out, send us comments, send us requests.
Yes,
Let
please.
us know that you are here now with us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us here today on
Lyrical
Wisdom.